The academies develop them to the next level so that they can perform. And the amazing thing about that is that you're grateful for that. Because if you're not in an academy, you really don't make it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be part of an academy to succeed.
Cut the line rugby, Paul Stubbs here. We are at Pirates Club in Joburg for the Varsity Sevens of 2019, and I have the pleasure of being joined by Allistair Louw. How are you doing, Allistair?
I'm quite good, thanks very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
And you, of course, have a son competing in this competition.
Yeah, Caleb Louw, he plays for Pukke, unbelievable. His defense and his attack was good. So we're quite proud of that.
It was. And it's a cutthroat world, this the progression through the ranks of rugby, isn't it? Difficult to get from that first team level to move up to the varsity level or beyond, like Damien Willemse, for example, who went beyond that level. But it's very difficult as a family, from what you've explained to me, to keep that kind of focus and discipline in the youngsters.
You got to have patience, you got to have hope, you got to have faith, and besides that, these kids are going to the academies, they sit there, they play, they do, they deal, the nutrition are quite good. But the academies develop them to the next level so that they can perform. And the amazing thing about that is that you're grateful for that. Because if you're not in an academy, you really don't make it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be part of an academy to succeed.
More and more players, it's becoming possible for them to get that progression to the highest level of rugby, and we're seeing that evidence. It's a slow transformation in South African rugby, but transformation is beginning to happen at a certain level, although it could be better.
It could be better. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of space in you've got part of the academy, and you're part of the team system, but you don't get a lot of game time. And the issue with that is that the players are so good that you don't get a shot. And a lot of people want to go overseas because they want to play rugby, they get a shot there. And I think that is so sad that they need to go there and play. I think what we should do in this system that we have here is that give a child a shot, bring them in slowly, let the elder help them, and then also at the same time, as they develop, as there's an injury, that they're already on the level of playing Super Rugby or the top level that they want from the academy based on the system that they have. So they got to bring them in so that they can slot in and get part of the system.
Yeah.
Then they can be part of the speed system and part of it. I think that is important.
If Toulon came today with an offer for Caleb, would you advise him to go overseas, yes or no?
I will definitely allow him to go overseas. He's going to study his degree first, finish, and so on. I would allow him to go if he decides he wants to go.
Yeah.
If you look at the system, the system is full. And I would want him to play here if there's a shot for him. But if there's no shot, you know what? Let him go, let him spread his wings, let him fly. When he comes back, maybe he'll have a shot, maybe he won't. But you know what? People's got dreams. Everybody's got a dream, but sometimes a dream gets taken down. And you know what? I'll give him the shot to go. Why not?
Yeah. Now listen, the other situation now, in Matric we have 3 players in this year that were potentially going to be selected for SA schools who had already signed contracts with overseas clubs, including the likes of, I think it might be Toulon, let me not misquote. Now, from that stage, were Caleb to be in Matric this year, and Toulon, before he completed his Matric year, approached him to sign him to be in their club and potentially play for France in the next 5 years to remain in the Toulon Academy, do you think that that's something that you would advise him to do?
I would have been 50-50 on that because I think you must rather have your own degree or some sort of education first before you go overseas and pursue something.
They're going to do that for you as well. Toulon, they've got a whole system there where they educate as well.
It would have been a good idea.
It's very attractive. The thing is, that's what I'm saying.
You would have also have an international system where you can live there and live here. You know what? If you wanted to do that, I would have allowed it because you know what? You would have had an international career and you would have been a national one. So I think, yes, it would have been a good idea.
So for the player in question I'm talking about, the situation now is I think you need to wait 3 years to play international for a nation if you live there for 3 continuous years and work there and play there. So if this player that I'm talking about goes to France, plays in France for 4 years at the age of 19 right now, he comes back at the age of 22, 23, maybe he doesn't make the France squad, maybe his love for South Africa is reignited, he starts playing international rugby for South Africa at the age of 23, 24. It seems like a really attractive offer to me, but on the other side of it, what I'm worried about is what does that mean for our high school rugby? Does that mean it's okay to speak to teenagers about contracts?
The problem is there's a 50 of that as well. We've got a system here where you need to have certain caps to play in the SA squad. Now, if a child don't get that or a kid don't get that, they're going to sit in the bench, they need to develop through the academy. So it's going to be difficult for them to get game time. And the problem is, when are they going to get the opportunity to ever play? So, you know what? I think it's a good idea for them. The academies are all full. And you're going to sit there 3 years on that bench, get game time 5 minutes, 10 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? Give them 20 minutes, give them 25 minutes to play so that the kids can develop in the academy and grow. If they don't get that time, and they're going to sit in the bench, I think it's an absolutely good idea for them to fly, spread their wings and fly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Listen, Allistair, I'm looking forward to speaking to you a lot more about this subject in the future, hopefully as the year rolls on. I happen to be a patron of this man's fine business in Cape Town City Bowl.
Thank you.
And it's going to be an interesting season of Varsity Cup as well.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.